So I was sitting at my desk one day, and I was looking at this Apex Predator head that a friend of mine modeled for me, when suddenly I had an idea, and this primal urge overtook me. I needed to make something. So this project came to me whenever a thought occurred to me. There is shockingly little TDX cosplaying out in real life. While on Halloween we did see two awesome outfits by TDX fans, these weren't super widespread across the TDX community. I decided I wanted to make my own TDX cosplay. However, it occurred to me that I wouldn't have a lot of time to do it. With this in mind, I settled to make something different, a prop. When looking through TDX's bosses, I found Apex Predator's weapon to be quite iconic. The giant, comically oversized rocket launcher really was awesome. I began to work on the rocket launcher and it started going pretty well, however I felt like it was missing something. I decided I wanted to make a stand for the weapon, and what would be a better stand than Apex Predator's own severed arm. The arm itself was a pretty last minute build and isn't of the same quality as the weapon that I intended, however I am still relatively happy with how it came out, so let's get into the building process. I started this build by printing the model of the rocket launcher. I did this in 3 pieces: the barrel, the body, and the axe. Once these pieces were printed, I sprayed them down with filler primer. For those who don't know, 3D printers leave lines on printed pieces which are generally undesirable on props. Filler primer helps fill these lines for a smoother appearance. I then repeated this process a good 5 to 10 times to ensure they were nice and smooth. I then glued these pieces together to finally form the full launcher. That being said, there were clear lines still in the build from where I glued the project together. I used spot putty to fill these large lines and then sanded it down to create a more seamless transition. Now it's time for the fun part, painting. I first painted the body a solid black just like in the game. The body is definitely one of the more basic part of the weapons and was pretty easy overall to do. Painting the barrel, on the other hand, was not. The barrel has the iconic caution lines on it, which was somewhat difficult to do with spray paint. I had to tape the pattern out and then alternate spray paints. I also did this to make the holes in the front black, just like in the game. Going on to the back and final piece, I wanted to color it a dark gray, however did not have an adequate form of paint for this, so I opted to make it black as well. Going on to the scythe, I used a very nice, sharp, and shiny aluminum colored paint to create the illusion of metal. I then used red and orange acrylic paint for the details on the gun, specifically the red button on the side of the gun and the orange lights on the blade. Overall, I'm quite proud of the rocket launcher as I am not a professional cosplayer and I had an absolute blast making it. The glove was admittedly a last-minute decision, but nonetheless a welcome one. I printed the glove originally just to be able to hold the launcher. I gave it one layer of filler primer to fix some small problems, but had to rush into painting as my time remaining with the project was limited due to life circumstances. Moving on to painting, I started with a few coats of red along the entire glove to give it that iconic Apex Predator look. That being said, the design felt a bit flat, so I opted to paint the hydraulics black in order to give it some depth. This is where I thought the build was done, however I realized the napalm tank on the arm looked pretty bare as well. I decided to cut out a stencil of the flame logo and put it onto the sides, which I quite liked. In addition, I put a line of black on top of the canister to make it pop further. With that, the build was done. Hey you all, just wanted to apologize for the slow upload schedule. I've been on holiday and in the midst of all the finals for my college classes. That being said, I do have 3 videos in production currently, so I can't wait for y'all to see those. In addition, super thanks are now active on my channel. Any support is greatly appreciated as I love making these videos for you guys. Eventually I will set up channel memberships, just I'm not home right now and I don't want to rush that because I do kind of want to do something cool with channel memberships. I'm not sure what that will be yet though. That being said, feel absolutely no obligation to donate. I make these videos for you guys and out of my passion for TDX and games in general, so please feel no obligation. Making this video was definitely something foreign to me, and so I really hope you guys liked it. This being both a video where I had to record not on a computer screen as well as making a prop is completely foreign to me, so I tried my hardest, and I really hope you guys liked it. I by no means am a professional cosplayer, but I really enjoyed making this for a little weekend project. If you think I should do more TDX cosplay stuff, let me know. I already plan on making a revived Plague Doctor outfit for a Renaissance festival I'm going to, so let me know if you want a video on the building process of that. Take care, you guys.